Hello, and thank you for joining me today for day 18 of our 90-day meditation challenge.
And we are still in week 3, where we are exploring the body scan. So there's this book written by Ram Dass. It's called Journey of Awakening, a Meditator's Guidebook. And in it, he says that each person has his or her own weak spot where tension first manifests. For some, it is stomach upset. For others, pain in the neck or in the small of the back. For others, headaches. And in Job 4:14, it says, I trembled and shuddered, and my whole body shook with fear. So these are just examples of the impact that our feelings, our mind, and our soul can have on our physical body and the interrelationship. Now, there's just a little disclaimer at the beginning of this that when you're talking about the body, always keep in mind the need to always discuss issues and problems and whatever you're feeling with your local GP, with your doctor. So just keep that in mind, because all of us are different, and all of us have our own things and issues that we're going through, and always seek advice from the professionals. And now we're going to go through a body scan meditation, and my challenge to you is to create your own body scan meditation for yourself at home. You may wish to say this out loud to yourself, or just thinking with your inside thinking voice. So let us begin. Find somewhere comfortable. You may choose to adjust yourself and just find whatever's relaxing, whether it's sitting up straight or lying down. And let's now direct our attention all the way down to our toes. Let's see if we can wiggle our toes. And let's just now concentrate on how our toes feel. Are they feeling particularly hot today? Or are they very, very cold? If they're hot, are they unbearably hot that we need to get some cold water, cold flannel to cool them down? Or are they so cold that we have an issue with our toes? Can we feel our toes? Are they numb? Or do we actually have feeling? If our toes are very cold, do we need to warm up our hands and warm up our toes? Try and get our toes warmed up with putting lots of socks on. Bringing our attention from our toes up through our feet. How do they feel? Now going up from our ankle, traveling up through our legs, through our calf muscle, up to our knees. And just paying attention to our knees as we travel up our leg through our thighs. And now resting our attention on our hips. How do our hips feel? Now we're going to travel up our body from our hips all the way up our back, paying attention to our stomach and our chest. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Moving up from our chest to our shoulders. Resting our attention on our neck. Traveling up the back of our head to the front of our forehead, down our face to our chin, back to our neck again. Now we're going to travel down our shoulders, down our arm to our elbow. We're going to focus on our arm now, between our elbow and our wrist. Now let's just roll our wrists around and then wriggle our fingers. How do our arms feel today? Do we want to give them a bit of a stretch? Wriggle your fingers. Now bring our attention all the way back up our arms till we rest to our head. Now we're going to bring our attention from our head back down our neck And finally, we're going to pick up our hands and rest our hands on top of our heart. And while we're focusing on our heart, we're going to take this opportunity to take a few deep breaths in and some deep breaths out. And as we're taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out, we will now identify 3 things that we are grateful for. What 3 things can we see around us or have we experienced that we are grateful for today, or even this past week? Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. And in your own time, you may open your eyes and wiggle your toes and slowly bring yourself aware of the surroundings around you. And now take this opportunity to set your intentions for the rest of today and tonight, moving in tomorrow. And do tomorrow, what are the highest action points that you can take? So what are the 3 things that will get you the most benefit out of 3 tasks or action points or intentions that you would like to see yourself achieving for the next day into the week? So we're going to write down on a piece of paper and using a pen, write down 3 things we're grateful for, our 3 highest intentions, and then if you have some time to spare, then take the time now to jot down all the things floating around in your head, any thoughts that you have, any problems, any questions you have that you just aren't sure of. Write them down on a piece of paper. Now, this brings our time together to a close. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to you joining me tomorrow on day 19. Thank you and goodbye.